If you receive this type of letter from the IRS, you might need a lawyer. It's called a 9297 and it comes from a field revenue officer. So who is a revenue officer? They are agents that work for the Internal Revenue Service whose job is to collect back taxes. And generally, if you have a case assigned to them, it's a pretty serious matter. Now, a 9297 is a pretty straightforward document. It generally requests you to fill out a financial statement, a 433A if you're an individual, or 433B if you're a business, or maybe both if you have a business that passes through to you personally and you have business and personal income tax issues. Now, it's also going to ask for documentation like bank statements, proof of mortgage payments, proof of car payments, all of your income and expense documentation. Now, obviously, filling out that information is pretty easy, but a lot of times the thing that gets taxpayers in trouble is not knowing the pitfalls or not knowing there's an issue in the information that they are providing. Oftentimes, when I review people's bank statements, I can tell what kind of life they are living. And a lot of people are living and living large. They're buying Gucci bags. They're taking international vacations. Their kids are going to private school, but they got a $3 million debt to the IRS. When the revenue officer starts looking through those bank statements and seeing how this taxpayer is living while avoiding paying their federal tax obligations, that may indicate a larger problem, and the IRS agent could always give a referral to the Criminal Investigation Division. Knowing when, how, and in what manner to provide the documentation to the IRS agent is a very important task. Also, providing full and complete information. A lot of times taxpayers do have assets, but they're unable to liquidate those assets in order to pay back the IRS, and there is a legitimate reason for doing so. Having a lawyer can help you reframe your arguments for assets that are unable to be liquidated or maybe that are tied up in litigation, and a lawyer can always advocate for why your income and your expenses don't allow you to fully pay back your IRS debt. So if you get a 9297, it is possible to deal with that matter yourself, but you have to know what pitfalls to avoid and how to properly advocate for yourself. If you're unsure how to do that, I actually have a segment in my Tax Rescue 101 that specifically deals with dealing with field agents and how to respond to a 9297. If you're interested in that, click the link in my bio, hit Tax Rescue 101, and feel free to take the course where you can learn about the proper way to respond to this particular form.